Welcome to Europe Debates. I'm Richard Milsom, the Executive Director of the European Conservatives and Reformist Party in Brussels. And today we're greatly honoured to be joined by an excellent panel of leading politicians and experts from both sides of the Atlantic in order to discuss the US election. Niall is the Director of the Margaret Thatcher Centre at the Heritage Foundation. And before that, he worked as a foreign policy advisor to Lady Thatcher.
Great to be here. And it's an extraordinary time in US history in many respects. And this election is, I think, one of the most important US elections of the last 100 years or so.
Let me now move to the Balkans and to Fatmir Mediu, who's joining us from Albania. Fatmir is the president of the Albanian Republican Party, and from 2005 to 2008, he served as the Minister of Defense. He's now president of the Southeastern Europe Security Center. And Fatmir, I know you are a strong friend of the US, so I'd like to ask you what your impressions are of the elections.
Thank you very much, Richard. I think we all are good friends of the United States, and we all want to have strong United States. And seeing from that perspective, I think we are heading to a bipolar world where one pole is going to be United States and the other one is going to be China. Let me just say that we need strong America, we need strong leadership, and security is not any longer just, the military action. It's well-combined efforts of economy, energy, infrastructure, technology.
Fatmir, can I bring you us? We're still on that. And whether you have the same sense.
I want to be a little bit more focused in the region about the relation with the United States, because I think U.S. leadership is very, very important for the Balkans. Probably we are creating long-term problems of democracy and stability in our region because of authoritarian leadership, doing what they have done before, to put the hands on the ballot boxes, manipulate the elections, use the corruption and connections with organized crime to control the freedom of the people to vote free and fair. Second is about, dialogue between Kosovo and Serbia. In White House was signed an agreement, and I am very curious to see how this will continue. And third point about 5G. We know all the risks of Huawei. The question is, what is the solution in place? How America can assist that this is MOUs that we have signed will be implemented, and how we can combine also with European Union on this important issue. The President will push that the Balkan countries should be part of this 3 Seas initiative, because it's the initiative of 3 Seas. It's Baltic, Black Sea, and Mediterranean, and the Balkans are part of Mediterranean Sea.
So Jeffrey, thank you very much for joining us from Suffolk. What's your assessment of the situation in either eventuality?
Again, this election, I think, has revealed some very fundamental issues. For the Trump legacy there, he's achieved some remarkable breakthroughs in foreign policy. What do we know about Biden and his attitudes to foreign policy? So his instinct is caution. His instinct is multilateralism.
So, Congressman Bob, Ohio has always been a bellwether state in presidential elections and has nearly always voted for the winning candidate. Have you got it right again? And what do you see as the deciding factors in this election?
Ohio is a very interesting place. For the last 40 years, it didn't vote just with the president. It voted exactly the same as the nation voted.
Let me now bring in Miriam Lexman, who is joining us from Slovakia. Miriam is a member of the European Parliament, sitting with the EPP group.
I have to say, unlike in Ohio, if the US elections took place in Europe, it would be always the Democratic candidate winning, unfortunately, the last couple of US elections.
With this in mind, I'd like to bring in Anna Fotiga, who's a great expert in foreign affairs. She was recently elected as Secretary General of the ECR party.
We are used to democratic changes within the United States. We believe in checks and balances in the US and place certain trust in this.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. Now, the reaction in Brussels, you can imagine, but of course, behind the scenes, they're all very glad that there is the possibility of a Biden government.